Okay, so here we are for Daytona under the lights, another night race. Not raining this time.
Okay, John, we've got 2 laps to set a decent time.
So this one, I did a fair amount of practice. Got a pretty solid lap time for me in my range. I could remember to do some of the things right. And when I was thinking about this video, I really had intended to have a different intro, which was the first race, which didn't go well. First time I tried this, I was car number 2, so a lower split, but still car number 2 would indicate that I should do well, top 5, maybe a win, you never know. There were definitely some faster people, but in this series you just never know. Just keep those opportunities. However, on lap 1, I made a stupid mistake, threw it all away, got hit while I was waiting to rejoin by someone who made a similar mistake, and ended up with 9 minutes of repair plus the tow. It was what could have been. So this time, we're in a higher split. I'll have to look and see what card number I am. I think I'm car number 17. 21 or something. This is right where I made my mistake in the first race. Now this was last week's race. I'm just recording it a little late. This week's race is done. It's sort of up next for recording. Next week Tanya will be here, so I don't think we'll have a race for next week. And I think it's at a track that I don't currently own the service. I think I'm shooting for mid 148s.
It's just done a 146.80.
And there's always those guys that do 146s. I think I've seen some 145s. Well, 148 was my target.
P3, that puts you 3.2 off the pace. You've just done a 150.01.
And I can do it. But I can't do it with the tires cold. And I really have to discipline myself to do a couple of things, make sure I do a couple of things and carry speed where I really need to. Like through there, I just started turning in way too early and see all that speed I lost. So it looks like currently we're in position 7. This is our second qualifying lap. critical
What's
spot
the lap,
here to
Thiago?
just get this really right.
Thank you. And welcome again.
I always forget to turn the chat off. So it looks like we should. We're not going to get to the 148s on this qualifying, but we're going to get a low 149, I think. 149.
P6.
149.2, which is good enough for P6, so that's not awful. This looks like I'm car number 20. You see the 20 on the side. I think they're 22, 23, 25. I don't remember how many cars are in this split.
Ah, people.
So clearly ranked relatively low. We'll see where we end up starting. Looks like we've got about a minute here before we grid up. So one of the Porsche Mission R Challenge races was at this track at Daytona at night. Slightly different configuration. This one we run a good chunk of the infield and a good chunk of the oval. Kind of see it there in the top picture. That one was a night race too. I remember it being a whole lot darker though, it seemed.
That's the end of the session. P11.
Okay, so P11. Car number 20. So, top 10 hopeful. We'll see. Probably expect a fair number of crashes the first lap or two. So the key is to keep it together, try to stay with the pack. Draft is pretty important here with the long oval section.
15 laps. Cold tyres all round.
Rolling start instead of a standing start this time. Turn off the fuel, turn off our tire changes. Got about a minute till we go green. It's not a full pace lap though, which is nice. So yeah, car number 21 is right ahead of us. Or I guess they're behind us. They're really 12th on the grid. We're 11th on the grid, but the way we're sitting, they have us positioned. Alright, let's go. I'm ready to go.
Lucas, everything okay? You're jumping out and in.
Got a blinker. It's always distracting.
This is a rolling start. We need to follow car number 7 in the left lane.
Diving down off of the oval here into the
The pace car speed is 47
infield
miles per hour.
is where we're going to start. So this chicane is just partway through the oval.
We need to catch up to car number 7.
There are also a few different lines people will run in through turns 1 and 2. I have not really been able to make sense out of making the really wide line work for me. So we're not going to try that. Practiced it a bunch. Did it a couple of times, but just not with any real consistency. So I settled
Come on,
on
Bobby. Close the gap, please.
a tighter line.
Okay, John, stay calm, focus.
I should be getting ready to go here.
Go.
Here we go.
On your right.
I think especially here, just
Right side's
sticking to
clear.
this inside line, trying
Right
to stay
side's
out
clear.
of trouble. And I'd like to get to the other side of the track. In fact, the first race, I was able to drive right through some of this, picked up
The guy ahead is
several
Danny,
places.
car number 15, C license.
Yeah, there we go.
Incident in International Horseshoe. On your left, clear
Got
left.
a bunch there.
Doesn't you pick the bottom?
Good start.
I just need to run through here, but for some reason I really kind of let
Car
off
right,
early here.
there's an incident in turn 5. Looks like Lund. Car
Let
right,
a couple of
clear
people
right.
by. I'm nervous about this corner up here because this is where I screwed up the first race.
Car ahead is Montero, car number 12.
So we're gonna tiptoe through here.
Absolutely. Oh my god, what are you guys doing?
Looks like somebody else is having trouble back there. He's having trouble somewhere.
Oh my god, fucking idiot.
Okay, so out on the oval, we're gonna head up here to this back
Car in front
chicane.
of us is Silver, car number 11. C license.
Luca, I cannot
and their
see
rating
you. You're
is
just jumping.
1.3.
How is?
All the
Your internet
complaining
not
was
good.
always the first few laps, then as things spread out and settle down, everybody seems to calm down. One of these days I'll remember to turn the
Okay,
chat
John,
off
don't let this
before
guy distract you.
I start the race.
Lucas, car number 1 is now leading. P8. There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Lucas.
Oh, there he is. At least he's holding still and
Car
moving
right.
around.
Clear right.
Didn't we let that guy by once already? I didn't actually notice where we got by him. He's
That
clearly
was
faster
beautiful.
than us, so we'll just let him go.
Wait until everyone's after.
Yeah, more complaining. It is a big issue when people go off and then you just have to wait until you have clear traffic. If you pull out in front of someone trying to rejoin,
Incident in turn 5. It looks like Patet.
it's pretty easy to ruin the races of other people. Yours is already ruined at that point, so you may as well just not ruin other people's too.
Did I hit you on this?
The gap to Montero ahead is now 1.2 seconds.
We haven't really had some clean enough laps yet to really start to put in some good times. We're starting to lose out on the group ahead of us. It looks like we're, I don't know, I guess we're in 8th. cars up front, and then
The leader's just done a 148.31.
so 148 for the leader right now. So that's pretty achievable if I can
7th position.
Get in
That was
the
a
groove here.
150.92.
Okay, so we're 7th. Starting to carry better.
All right, John. The next car is Montero, car number 12.
Better pace through there. I do need to stay out wider there. Now we can kind of hope you can see the two guys ahead of us are 3.5 and
Silver, car
3.6
number 11. C license, and their rating is 1.3.
or so right around there ahead of us, but they're battling, so you'd hope that might slow them down a little bit so we can catch up. We'll see. It's a bit lonely here. It's 4 seconds ahead to the next guys.
Car number 18. Behind is now 3.4.
3.5 seconds to the guy behind us.
147.76.
Leaders are starting to drop their lap times.
That last lap was a 150.56.
Still can't even quite get into the 149s yet. Getting faster through the infield section. I think the section that we're really losing a lot of time in, it's either this one or the next one. Section 3 or section 4. So a little bit lonely. I think really sort of disappointed in the first race. I think had a lot more promise for being a much more competitive race. But so far I think we have 0x, 0 incident points.
Fastest lap for Goncalves, 147.11.
Achieved enough safety rating and race participation to move up to A class at the end of the season.
That's your quickest lap in this session.
Okay, well, there's a 149.6.
Turn 1. It looks like it's Montero. Okay, John. The next car is Montero, car number 12.
Stayed out a little wider there. You can see, you can really tell the difference in the time. Drop down below that double yellow there. immediately get a slowdown penalty. It's not a lot of leeway there.
The gap to 8th place behind is increasing. It's now 4.0.
So it looks like positions 5 and 6 up front have been back and forth several times, but we don't seem to be catching them. No, we don't have much threat behind us either, so...
That lap was a 149.77. There's an incident in turn 1. We think it might be Montero.
Montero's had several incidences. He's clearly faster than us. I think he's passed us twice already. We caught back up to him a couple of times, and then he runs away and makes a mistake. So just keep piling on the pressure. There we go. Starting to get that a little bit better. It's going to be the key to running a 48. Now it looks like Montero's blinking a little bit.
Okay, John, you're reeling 6th place. The gap's now 1.8.
It'd really be nice if we could get a little closer and get some draft. This lap is pretty promising for finally getting into the 48s. Carried a lot more speed into there, which got a little sketchy, but seems like it worked out okay. We don't have enough pace to catch Montero up front. We can just hope that if he can give us one more mistake.
E7. To Montero. Ahead is now 2.4.
Pretty late on the gas there. It's so important to get a good run at this.
Incident in turn 6. It looks like Stanley.
Supposed to be somebody behind us.
You're a second off the pace in sector 3.
So sector 3 is where I'm really slow, really losing time. Let's see where sector 3 actually starts. Right there. Part of it is because I'm running too tight of a line there. there's a wider line you can run through here. I could not make it work. But it helps you carry a lot more speed through there and on
The gap to P6 in front is now 3.6.
We're already into sector 4, so sector 3 is pretty short, so to be 1 second off is quite a bit. But we're a little more than halfway. Still a bit of a lonely race. But we're in the top 10. And we have 0 incident points. So that's good for the ratings. Not as much fun to watch.
All right, John, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. Right, the guy ahead of us is silver, car number 11, C license, and their rating is 1.3. The gap to car number 18 behind is now 4.0 seconds.
So it looks like Montero got his spot back in 5th place. And he seems to be running away from
Okay, John, you've got half your fuel left.
the guy ahead of us, but 5 seconds is a pretty big gap for us to make up.
That lap was a 149.83.
It's a little sketchy through there. It's kind of one of those corners that fast feels right on the ragged edge of crashing. And you see the lit up Ferris wheel there. At the end of the race, after the checker, you should see some fireworks over there. Because it's Daytona and it's nighttime. Might actually be catching this guy west.
You're reeling silver in. The gap is now 3.5 seconds.
Last lap, it was about 5 second gap to Silva. Don't know if he made a mistake. We'll just keep pushing so we can catch him. What did we do that last lap? It was a 149.8. It wasn't even a particularly fast lap. Can't run those 148s consistently. You'll see my optimal lap time in the little box in the top left corner. So 148.3.
Gap to silver in front is now 3.5.
So it's all doable. Just depends on how much I want to risk and how hard I want to push. 2 seconds behind him, so we made up another second from the previous lap. Looks like we got about 4 laps to go. So maybe, just maybe, we can catch him. Tried running 4th gear through there instead of dropping down into 3rd. Seem to be benefiting from
New
that a
fastest
little
lap
bit.
for Bobby, 146.84. The gap to Silver ahead is now 2.7.
He's faster than us in this part. If we catch him on the infield, then it's better through here. Well, 3 laps to go. Purple sector 2, so that's the fastest that we've done that section. And now we're about static with last lap with making progress on the guy in front. Seven less lap, so
The gap to Silver ahead is now 2.5 seconds. You've just done a 149.06. Sector 3 is 1.1 off the pace. There's an incident in International Horseshoe. You think it might be NAC?
you see the blue name up there in the box on the top right corner. So that's somebody a lap down. So as Silva ahead of us catches up to him, might be an opportunity to make up some ground if he holds him up. So we'll see how lap traffic goes. 2 laps to go.
There's an incident in turn 7. Looks like it's NAC. Yellow flag, caution. Push now, the guy behind is catching.
Not sure which guy he's talking about. Okay, we're 1.7 to Silva. But I think we're going to run out of laps before we can catch the guy.
Front is now 2.3. V6, 2 to go. That lap time was 149.01.
So it looks like we inherited a spot by that spinner back there on the oval. Two laps to go. 2.7, so now we've lost some ground. But if we can manage the top 10, starting as car number 20, starting P11, I'm pretty happy with that. Top 5 would have been pretty surprising. We're right there, just not enough. So here we go. 1 lap to go.
White flag, 1 more to go. That lap time was 1:49.12. Alright John, that's good consistency, keep it up.
One more lap to fireworks.
The gap to silver ahead is now 2.4 seconds.
I'm getting faster through sector 2. Not through sector 3. Just don't know where that extra speed is. And we never caught the lapped car up front. Looks like he's running away from Silva. At this point, we just need to get it back home. No incidences, no mistakes. Take our P6. Call this one done. And there's the checker.
6th place. Okay, it's over. Well done, mate. Good finish.
Alright, not bad. Okay, keep an eye out for fireworks. Should start seeing them right there. Just park here and watch the fireworks show. Okay, well, that's it. Thanks for watching.